What's up, everyone? Adam Prime back again. And as I said last time, this week on the Blazing Toku Moviethon is Ultraman Saga. And it was fun. And much like every movie, I know this will be repetitive, but like every movie, I will be talking about spoilers eventually. Might be getting into a little bit of spoilers for Dinah, but kind of comes with the movie. Well, for me, anyway. And this is another movie I wanted to watch for a long time, and just couldn't find anywhere. Like, that's the weird thing I'll say about Ultra. Subs didn't come that easy. Like, I feel like it was a lot harder for me to find anything Ultra subbed that wasn't already subbed like many years ago or taken down by now. So either way, once again, Blu-rays, great, love it. So to get into a summary, and this time it will be a summary, a short one, and it's pretty much the alien bat has come to one of the many parallel Earths and wiped out humanity. Like, he just came and he was experimenting. There's now a small group of renegade humans, and Ultraman Dinah pretty much comes to help him out. Kind of gets overwhelmed and asks Ultraman Cosmos and Ultraman Zero for help. And Zero gets a new human host, which we will get to him in a little bit. And, you know, Cosmos is just there. They kind of help him out. Dinah's missing for a good chunk of this movie because movie reasons. And at the end, they pretty much find out that Alien Bat was trying to make a Zeton, and this new Hyper Zeton is, you know, ferocious. They all have to fight him. They all defeat the larva form of the Hyper Zeton, realize that he still hasn't reached his final form, and movie goes on from there. And then they fuse together. Like, I was really thinking that they were going to mention like some kind of prophecy about Ultraman Saga, but no, just at the end, Dinah, Cosmos, and Zero, with the help of his human host, were just like, alright, let's do this! Woo! And then they all fuse together. It's as simple as that. They become Ultraman Saga and defeat Alien Bat, and that's the go home. They save the day, and the Earth is saved. The people come back. I don't know how that works necessarily, but that's it. That's the movie. Overall, I enjoyed this movie. Much like Revenge of Belial, I think it's simple, but not like overly simple, but it just was a simple, like, oh, they need to help this Earth, they save the day, that's it. It's nothing mind-boggling, but I would say it's pretty good. And it almost gave me some, like, random episodes of Dinah vibes. I don't know why. Maybe it's because this is, in a way, a Dinah thing, because it focuses on him a lot, which is why I feel like I enjoyed it a lot. I really like Dinah. Dinah is one of those shows I had watched while Zet was airing, and I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favorite Ultraman shows. But we're not talking about Dinah. We're here to talk about Ultraman Saga. So getting into detail, I'm going to start off with the part I wanted to see the most, which was the Dinah parts, because if you know the ending of Dinah, which if you're watching this movie you will know, so that's why I mentioned spoilers earlier, it ended with him entering a black hole. Yeah, Asuka just entered a black hole, and I was just baffled. I was just like, okay. I feel like I'm starting off a little strong. But this pretty much takes place, because we go actually back to that universe, which is both Dinah and Tiga's universe, and it's 15 years since then, which this movie came out in 2012, so I'm guessing that's how long ago that show ended? I'm about say. If I did the math, I'd know, but I'm not doing that. And that's my one complaint with this movie is I wish there was more. It's because I was thinking when I was starting to read things, I'm like, oh, this will finally resolve Dinah's ending. They'll finally know Asuka's alive. And in the end they did, so I'm satisfied with that, but I wish there was more. I wish we could have seen more of Super Guts, and we pretty much got the one new member who, I don't know, who knows how many members have been in Super Guts since the 15 years that we haven't seen this world, but it's neither here nor there. I wish there was more. I do like how they portrayed Asuka's character, though. It's like him just going to world, trying to help out where he can, because he has these powers. Why not, you know? And since he pretty much saved his galaxy, might as well go do what he can. And I feel like that's even often what we see. We saw that in Mega Monster Battle, when he showed up to help the Zap team of the Pendragon reach Rey in the final battle against Belial. He was there. Love that. We even see him later, which is after this, in Orb, just kind of there to help out with Orb and everything. And I do like that, and nothing to nitpick. It's just, I really just wish we could have seen him interact with more. It's like, I would have loved to see Asuka have a moment, like a bigger scene than a flashing scene at the end to be like, hey guys, what's up? Everything's cool. And even though I do like that scene was great, but I wish there was more of a scene where they all got together and been like, oh, hey, dude, what's up? And it's like, I know he's going to have to leave at the end, but it's neither here nor there. And mostly to see how the captain would react to him, you know? We didn't get to see what Captain Hibiki was doing. He was just kind of like there. He kind of announced the memorial of him being lost, and overall that was the part I kind of was going for this movie for, which it gave me a lot more. So it's like I'm not disappointed. It's not like, oh man, Saga, I wanted a Dinah continuation and Saga didn't give it to me. It's like, no, it's more of I was kind of surprised because I don't know, reading stuff about it made it feel more like that, but we did get to see all those members again, and it pretty much ended with them being like, oh, Asuka, we'll reach you someday, we'll reach where you are, you know. And I think that's a nice sentiment. That's, you know, he was pretty much helping Team U, which were the last remaining humans, and he taught them Dinah's ending song, well, his first ending song, because they changed it, and that was just kind of nice because that was a song in that world. But either way, I like that they bring up him singing that song and sharing it with all like the little kids that are the survivors. And I guess that's kind of it. You end up seeing him like sacrifice himself to try to seal the Zepton away, and he just becomes stone. And then, you know, he comes back at the end and gets saved. And I guess to cover the defense team, Team U, real quick, I don't got a lot to say about them. They were all fine. It's just, I can't tell you their names for the life of me. I don't think... that's it. They were fine characters. I didn't mind them being there. But they did add a new member to Super Guts, which will become Ultraman Zero's host, Taiga. Well, not this one. Different Taiga. That's Ultraman Taiga. But overall, I think he was fine. He was almost a reluctant host, which they gave him a reason to not trust Ultramen, and it was really interesting to see Zero out of control after seeing in Revenge of Belial him be in complete control of Run's body, because in Taiga's body he started like refusing. He immediately like brought up like the Zero Eye, and he immediately was like, nope, I don't want that. And honestly, at first I was like, oh great, it's gonna be like this kind of be like, oh, I don't like ultras, but then at the end he's like, I am an Ultraman, where it's like, no, he had a legitimate reason, because they gave him like a childhood experience that like it was while Dinah was still on that Earth, because he was also like, I don't understand why they think Asuka's so great, which then I was just, that was extra reason why I was like, who are you and why am I watching you? And by the end, I did like him. I think they well-rounded that character a lot, because they gave him a legitimate reason not to trust Ultras, because it was during a monster attack and his parents were in a building, I'm guessing. We don't really know what quite happened to him, but they died during a monster attack, and everyone was cheering for Dinah, and it's just cut to him as like a little kid just being like, oh, where's the Ultraman to help my parents? And they're not there, you know? And overall, like, it gave him a reason, and all of a sudden Zero's like, oh, you don't want to put your trust into Ultraman. Like Zero understood and everything, and it was really nice. It was a nice sentiment and everything. And by the end, I really did like Taiga, because it's just like, he's not my favorite of Zero's hosts, but he was a pretty good one. And there was a moment that I really enjoyed where Zero's like, do you feel blame for yourself? Because there was like a monster attack, and Taiga was refusing to transform into Zero. And he's just like, do you feel bad? Do you feel regret? And all of a sudden, like, you can see him being like, shut up, Zero, but no, you don't know what you're talking about. And he's just like, you could have done something. You have the power now. And I think that was a really great story to go with. So, that's just kind of Taiga. It's like him learning it, you know? Learning to be a hero, and he had that power. And by the end of it, he was a better person, which, by the end of it, he stays on the Earth. Like, the Earth that we're on for most of the movie is not Dinah's Earth. Dinah's Earth is fine. They're living on Mars now. I bet you they still have Earth. It's whatever. But we're mostly on this alternate Earth. And that's just kind of like, yeah, Taiga falls, like, goes in to fight with, like, a sphere and gets sucked into this new world, and, you know, he fuses with Zero because Zero saw him trying to save a kid, so, you know. But, yeah, I liked his story, you know, and for something I would say is one of the main pieces of the movie, I did enjoy it. It also led to this fight to a Zero that was not full-sized. Like, he was tall, like, maybe he was 20 feet tall, maybe, like, 10 feet, but, like, he wasn't Ultraman big. He wasn't the size to grab buildings. He was just big, like a statue almost. It was kind of funny to try to see Zero, and Zero was mad. It was funny to see Zero mad because he was being tiny, and people were like, Zero's like, people are making fun of me. What have you done to me, Taiga? People are making fun of me. it was just, oh my god, that was really fun. And Cosmos is just there. I've never watched Cosmos. I'm gonna get to watching Cosmos someday. Like, I plan to watch every Ultra show, but I don't got anything to say about Cosmos. He was there. He was a nice guy. He was just like, hey, what's up? I'm the nice Ultra. I don't murder every monster. That's just kind of it. That's his thing. Going on to the suits, like, I'm about to say, I don't know. There's not that many new suits in this. It's like Tiny Zero, still big, normal Zero. Like, I guess if I want to talk about Cosmos's and Dinah's suits, I do like those suits. Again, I like Dinah's, like, like, diamond-like pattern on his head. And I guess talking about Saga himself, again, it's like, I was expecting more, like Zero to be told by Seven at the start of the movie, like, oh, there's this legend. You might be part of it now. Saga just kind of happened at the end. And I do like his design. He's very interesting. Like, he's like that purple and everything. He almost looks like he has like tree bark and everything. And it's kind of neat. I don't know how else to say it. It's like, if you don't know what Saga looks like, I don't have anything really to show for him. Outside of like him right here. And overall, I think I like him a lot. You know, it's a very interesting, a very unique Ultra design, and that's it. I don't have much to say about Alien Bat. I don't even know if we see a full thing of his suit, that's more than like 5 seconds, but I got nothing to say. Hyper Zeton's cool, but I think a lot of Zetons are cool. So I think Zeton's just one of those iconic designs. Is the more they tweak it, the more they just make different ones. It just always looks cool to me. Like Hyper Zeton, just pretty much instead of having like mitt hands, like Pac-Man mitt hands, like he has like devil yellow spikes. And those are the suits. That's it. So I guess with that, I would highly recommend this one. Unlike the last two, I feel like some of the enjoyment I got out of it was from more stuff, so maybe I wouldn't say watch this if you don't know anything. I feel like you get more enjoyment if you do know stuff. Again, I wish there was more Dyna stuff. Like, again, he was pretty much like almost an image. Like, again, like that legendary hero type, which he is. It's like he's still an upstanding guy, and I like how they treated him in this movie, but it's almost like that greedy thing. I'm like, I want more. And again, I wish there was more with Super Guts, but we had Taiga, and I liked his story, so I guess it's not too bad. And I guess maybe would have had something if I would have watched Cosmos. I don't know. Watching the other knowing Zero and Dino was pretty much enough for me. But I would recommend this movie if you have watched a lot of Ultra. And matter of fact, if any of this has interested you, why did you watch this? Also, if you didn't know about it, but overall, like I enjoyed this. I would recommend it to anyone. This is a fun movie. Overall, I think this was the same level as Revenge of Belial, where I like them both, and so I get my enjoyment from both of them. Out of the three, Mega Monster Battle's still number one. So far this year, I think Mega Monster Battle's still my favorite one. But I don't know what I'll be doing next week. I haven't really decided yet. So, if you have any suggestions, I'm going to take a break from Ultraman movies. I'm probably not going to stop watching Ultraman, but I'll let this have a break from it. So, any suggestions, down in the comments. And I guess until next weekend, bye.